What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know, it's been a hot minute, and I know I say this all the time, but I'm here today to bring you an interesting video about a dream or message or an OBE that I had about the new earth. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm gonna cut straight to it. In the dream, or the OBE, the out of body experience, um, my friend Michael and we were Marines, and we were a part of this team that were on a mission to find this mysterious portal that was within this underwater cave. But yet, Michael and we were sanctioned to just stay behind to watch over the ship. Um, we got word from our superiors that our team just randomly just disappeared not long after they went underwater. So we were told to go find them, just to leave the ship, and backup would be on its way. So we did, without hesitation, because we were all close as a team. We were family, and so we go down there and we go to this cave. And this cave the entrance was kind of big, not like something grand you would see in like movies or ancient Egypt or something like that. Nothing that big. But once you enter it, it starts to narrow on down. It becomes like this tight squeeze of a maze. And it was a kind of like a trial to get through and just face your fear. So Michael and we did, after a few challenges, and once we succeeded, we saw the portal. The portal was like this bright blue. It wasn't circular. It was, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but it was like this bright blue orb thing. That orb, but yet not orb at the same time. But anyway, we go into it, and instantly we are taken to somewhere else. We are neither on the original Earth, nor are we underwater. What I saw were these giant trees, nature everywhere, but yet technology everywhere at the same time. It was like nature and technology has formed into one. And technology wasn't this solid masculine structure of pointed squares and triangles and stuff like that. No, it was literally one with nature. So you see this giant tree, and you see like a building or something that's inside the tree, respecting one another. The technology was using the energy of nature, while nature was supplying balance to the technology. And me and Michael, we look around, we take off our gear and stuff like that. And before we even took off our breathing gear and stuff like that, we are instantly greeted by, I guess, the New Earth people. They looked exactly like us. At least that's how these beings showed themselves to me in this OBE. They instantly said, hold on, before you do that, you need to have these breathing things on. And I'm curious, and I at first did not listen, neither did Michael. And we took it off, and then we instantly had a hard time breathing because of how sweet and natural and balanced the air was there compared to how our air is filled with this sprayed aluminum and toxic stuff that we are breathing in. So our lungs was like, whoa, what is this? I'm not used to this. Yeah, it was insane. And it got so much insane till even after the dream, I was still having effects of it. And I'll tell you guys about that after I'm done explaining. But they gave us this like black sheet thing that went across our neck, And the best way I could describe it is like a artificial gill. And it was literally just that. But yet, once they laid on our neck, it felt like something was going into my neck and going into our lungs to help us breathe. But yet, physically, nothing was going into my neck. I can easily just peel it off, but it felt like something was going into my neck. And physically, in this body, I felt that. And I felt that for like 2 days after that. And it was the most awkward feeling ever. And it took me a while to try to calm down from that. And the people were telling me to just do your breath work and you will be fine. You will not have this on for a long time. Your lungs just need to get used to the air here, which will take about like an hour or so. So I listened to them and they continued to guide us around. And it was just words cannot describe what I saw here. You know, um, the fact that nature and technology was one together, and the air was just sweet and balanced. It was just at all here, and everything was high vibration. Um, Nothing was toxic. You know, and the guides, they continued to show us. He told me to look around, and so we did. And what I saw were missing children, missing hikers, missing animals, um, random missing objects. Everything that we see on a carton or the missing wall at Walmart, they were there. And they told us that there have been portals that have been opening all across the world, not just the portals that's been underwater, but all across the world. And only a select few can see and walk through them. And this is why we are seeing all those missing people, because those missing people have the frequency, have that energy to see and walk through those portals. And obviously, they didn't want to leave because why not? This is the utopia, the new earth, the 5D. And it all started to make sense now. After he told us all of that, we continued to just watch how everyone connected with one another. There was no such thing as a job. Everyone did what they wanted to do in peace, in love. Everything was traded. So if one person was creating cell phones in the weird tree tech looking thing, no one was authorized to buy it. Instead, that person that wanted the phone, they would trade their new clothing brand and be like, hey, I got this new shirt. Can you mind if I would trade that new phone that I need for this new shirt? It was like that, and honestly, I love that. And that's how things should be. But you know how this old world is. Um, Other than people just being in peace, living in harmony, being one tribe, um, the people told us that we are welcome to stay here. And the fact that I love that they did not judge us because we were Marines, they just saw us as people living from the old world, trying to get to the new world. That just goes to show that the welcoming energy of the 5D and beyond is love. Just straight up love. No judgment, no second thoughts, just love. And I loved it. And so I asked him, where is our team? And he just said, continue to look around and eventually you will find them. And our team, they were there. But the weird thing is that time was a little bit different. Though that we just chased after them about an hour ago, it seems like they have been there for about like 2 to 3 years. And they're thriving. And that just goes to show that time doesn't really matter here. You know, there is no structure from when to wake up and go to work, because people can do whatever they want here. They are free to express their whole desire, you know? So we eventually caught up with them. And yeah, we started to see people, more and more people show up into this new world. And no one was worried that it would be overcrowded, because the new world had enough to supply for all, no matter what. No matter what. New homes, new giant ancient wisdom trees started to show up. People creating homes within the trees, in the branches, in the base, outside the base. The best way I could describe it, it was just like Avatar, except we weren't in these giant blue avatars. That's the best way I can describe it. And yeah, I was pretty much of the dream there, and I woke up. Now here's where the things started getting really weird for me physically. I woke up and I was still feeling that weirdness in my neck. It was like my body felt every single thing that was going on in that new world, that when I came back to this body, that it just didn't know what to do. It was just like I got that freshness, and now I got to breathe this toxic again. And so I don't know if you guys can see it in my face, but it has caused me to get not seriously sick, but sick. You know, the flares that have been going on. If you guys don't know about the solar flares that have been going on, please do your research, because I'm not going to talk about that on this video. But on top of that, has been affecting me drastically. And I believe those flares is what gave me that message of the new earth, and me coming back here, experiencing that fresh air. It's kind of like all coming into one, and it's making my body like, bro, I need to catch up. But I'm fine. I am fine. I'm just tired and just coughing, and yeah, completely fine. So I made a Facebook post about this, and there was a comment from one of my friends that told me that there was this book called The Anunnaki 2022 or 2021, one of them, one of the dates, and it talks about portals opening around the world, going into the new world. And the more and more people have come into my post, the more and more they're telling me about their experience about the new world and portals opening around the world. And I don't think this was just a random message or OBE. And this was shown to me for a reason. And this is why I'm making a video about this, because I want to know your guys' stories about this. And if this really resonates with you and inspires you for some reason. So yeah, if this does, comment down below. Let me know, and I would love to chat, or even just email me. And I would like to know more about your experience and how we can even find these portals that are not within ourselves to get into this new world. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.